Hi, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining me. Normally on Wednesdays we do a session about relationships, Relationship Wednesday. I just made a mistake. We probably just had about a 15-minute session on IG Live and I blew it. I swiped up and lost the footage, so I didn't get to actually post that so that you could see it. So I'm just going to do this very short video. Thank you so much for tuning in to watch this. And instead of relationships, I want to share with you how incredibly moved I am. And I couldn't ignore it. This event in America, this murder of a black man on an American street in Minneapolis has shocked the world, has shocked me. And if you haven't seen the footage, brace yourself. It's just appalling, just seeing this poor person struggle, not struggle, call for breath. And I've got something to tell you that I'm very hurt and angry by this. And I have made an appeal, and I'm going to be very tough and very short with this. The video was 15 minutes long. I'm not going to go that long right now. Listen here. America, you have a racist problem. You have a race problem, America, and it's huge and stinking, and it's time that you solved your own problem instead of lecturing the rest of the world on human rights, lecturing Africa. Yet another black life gets snuffed out on the streets. And the shock of the video, the biggest shock is that it's just like the guy doesn't care. This obviously racist police officer doesn't give a damn. So a mother loses a son, somebody's lost a member of their family, yet another. When are we going to start to walk our talk? I have posted on Facebook today, and I urge you to actually do the same thing. Tag the United States Embassy in Nairobi. Speak up. Don't just comment. Don't just say it's sad. Actually tag the US Embassy in Nairobi or CNN or Al Jazeera. Tag them. And speak up against racism. Do something on behalf of it. Look, what a racist mess America is. My voice today is to say, clean up your mess, America, before you, and stop lecturing Africa, lecturing the rest of the world about how it ought to be. You've got a racist president who has sown the seeds of hatred and divisiveness in your country, who calls Africa a shithole, and you think you don't have a problem? You think that you have no moral high ground whatsoever to lecture anybody. I'm going to tell you something. I've been blessed to be in Africa for 13 years, most of those in Kenya. Many of you know, and to my friends who will watch this, hi guys, hope you're all going to come and visit me in Mombasa when I'm here. You're very, very welcome here. I have so many beautiful, gorgeous friends in Africa that I've met over the years, and I've been embraced warmly into the African community. To my brothers and sisters in Africa, hi. And I refuse racism, and I want to use the words of Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was the first. He was an incredible boxer and an incredible man who took on America and stuck by his values. And he refused to be treated in a racist manner. He was the first African American who ever looked a white man in the eye on TV and said, you know, you deal with me as I am. And he was funny, and he was incredibly smart, and he was incredibly beautiful, in both as an athlete and as a man. What a man. And I took a lot of lessons and courage from him that we can make a better world by, as Michelle Obama says, why do we even focus on things that matter, like things that don't matter, like skin color, like race, religion? Why do we even care about that? The color of your skin is of no consequence whatsoever. Your brain is exactly the same color as mine. As a man who's been to 28 countries, this is what I've learned. People are the same all over the world. Look, macho, pua, mdomo. Why do we bother about the slight difference in skin tone? Look at this, look at this. I refute the whole idea of white and black. Just check this out. What colour is this? Piece of paper. Do you see anybody white? What colour is my shirt? I've never seen anybody black in my life. And I was the first Australian invited to the Australian Embassy in South Sudan, in Juba, many years ago. I was honoured to be a guest of the Australian High Commission. Thank you very much for inviting me. It was a great honour. And I've got to tell you, I've seen some people with a lot darker skin than I have, but I've never seen a black person. And guess what? All over the world, the body parts are just the same. And men feel like men, and women feel like women. And hello, all you beautiful Kenyan and African women. Your body parts are in exactly the same as women all over the world, and you feel like women, and you have attitudes like, what are we talking about? So if I get a little bit of a suntan, do I become a black man? It's ridiculous. And please don't bleach yourself, but if you do bleach your skin, do you become a white woman? This is ridiculous. There is no black and white, and we don't need such distinctions. I call upon racist America to get your act together. For a posting of a video, this is getting a bit long, but I want to say, because someone asked me on Facebook today, I want to say two things. Tag the US Embassy and speak out. Refuse this. Just tell them straight out, you lack credibility, America. You, of all people, you of all nations, I should say, have it enshrined in your incredibly beautiful founding fathers' constitution, all men are created equal. What does it look like? You live, you walk your talk. You walk your talk. You get the racist president out of office. You walk your talk, and then maybe by your actions, we will begin to listen to you. Maybe by your actions, we'll begin to listen to you. Because right now, your credibility is absolutely nowhere. And we do not believe that you accept or embrace Africa, not the way you treat your own African Americans, and not the way your racist president comments about Africa being a shithole. So where was the shithole? I am against racism. I refuse to label. Do you know I'm the father of two so-called pointy kids? Do you know that they have got no idea of labels? Children don't know any labels until you stick them on them. Black people, white people, Muslims, Christians, thisms, thatums, Kikuyus, Luo. Until you start running around labeling people as different, children have got no idea, and they won't even bother them, and it won't even occur to them. You are the poison that puts racism into the next generation's mind by creating difference and apartness in us all, when the truth of the matter is that we're 7 billion people suspended in a little blue dot in the middle of nowhere, and we are a human family. Just picture the scene. We're a blue dot suspended in a ray of light in a very, very empty universe. What the hell? And we're running around calling each other names based on what? The colour of our skin, when everything about us is identical? I was asked on Facebook, what can we do? Here's the second part. Refuse racism. I refuse to be a racist, and I refuse to accept racism. And that's my statement to the world. I refuse to treat anybody better because they've got money. I will treat the waiter and the guy at the gate. Muhammad Ali said that. I will never trust a person who puts the waiter down, because if I was in that situation, he'd look down on me too. I refuse racism. I refuse to worship money. I choose to see the humanity in all of us, and to so-called judge people by the character, as Martin Luther King, of their hearts, not the colour of their skin. And I want you to join me in that. Have a great day. I'm pretty wound up about all this. Make a statement. Tag the embassy and make a statement against racism. That's what we can do to change the world and make it a better place today. See you later.